I'm Dina Blizzard, and you're watching One Funny Morning. Look who's here. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen.
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather drawer?
Good morning. Uppy, everybody.
Hey everybody, it's Kathy and Josephine from Kansas City, Missouri. We're out our weather door and it is 61 degrees. Such a beautiful day. And it is Super Bowl Eve. Hard to believe that the Super Bowl falls on my birthday this year. So let's hope Kansas City brings home a win and Taylor and Travis get engaged. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, it's almost time for Dina Blizzard. Say uppy, uppy, uppy. Take it away, Dina.
Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning. What a great intro today. Missy's here today.
Good morning. Good morning.
We were driving late last night and fell into bed here and still managed to be late for work. But I want you to know it's more of like there's like a, you know, when they come to your house with like a service call and they're like, we'll be there between 9 and 12. That's what it's like to come to work.
I think that's appropriate.
It's like, hey, between 8:30 and like 10, you should show up.
I don't feel like anybody should be responsible for an exact time.
No.
In the morning.
It's suggested.
It's
Call time is suggested. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so glad you had coffee.
Missy, I have the same Snoopy on my Apple Watch.
Isn't the Snoopy the
How
greatest?
How did you see that?
Yeah, I waved it around, I guess. I love the Snoopy on my Apple Watch. He's so happy. Like you could be doing something real serious and then you see your Snoopy. It's all good. It's very good.
Who was your favorite cartoon when you were a kid? Was it Snoopy?
Winnie the Pooh. I adore Winnie the Pooh.
Somebody said, I can't look at Missy without thinking, I'm not sick. Yeah. How was this yesterday?
I'm not sick. Not sick.
We actually fixed ourselves.
Yeah, this is me done in the morning.
Yeah. This is as good as it gets. So yesterday, we were driving to Binghamton. We got there. And we have enough time to eat. So we're like, great, we'll just stop at this restaurant. It's fine. It was like gluten-free something. We get there, totally packed. Half-hour wait. We don't have that half hour. And we're like, this is so weird. Like, it's a fine restaurant.
It's Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. And then I looked at her, I go, it's Valentine's.
Yeah.
We're not getting dinner anywhere nice. So we ended up going to a Chipotle.
Chipotle for the win.
For our Valentine's dinner.
But I'm sure the hostess was so, like, when we looked all twisted, when she's like, it's like a half an hour wait. And we're like, what?
It's
we're like, Wednesday. What? Why are all you people here? We forgot. It was Valentine's Day.
We forgot that there was. And the irony is that it was attached to a nudie bar.
It was.
We weren't sure.
Same parking lot.
Physically attached. I was like, I don't know if it's like dinner and show.
No.
They're going to leave this dinner and head on over to the news show.
Maybe that's where you're supposed to wait your half hour. Before you get seated. They'll give you one of those beeper things. And then you have to get the lady off your lap and go eat.
Yeah, you're like, honey, they called our table.
It's time. We're going.
They called our table. It's time for us to head in.
Grapes are good.
I know. So Missy, we're eating fruit this morning. And Missy is looking at these.
My grape, it's cut.
She said, did you cut all these grapes up? I said, look at my face. Does it look like I have time to cut grapes up, Missy? Think about it. I just made crackers. Oh, wait. So yesterday we're talking about I make amazing Brussels sprouts. And I was like, listen, I just got this recipe for these Brussels sprouts. They're so yummy. I said, you got to do it. And then you just put the balsamic drizzle on it when it comes out of the oven. She was like, oh, I made my, have you, what did you say? Have you ever made your own balsamic?
I was like, did you make your own
reduction?
balsamic glaze?
I said,
And-
who are you talking to?
I know.
Why would you ask me that? Real aggressive. Have you made your own balsamic glaze?
If it makes you feel any better, I would not know how that happens. I was just impressed.
What about me says, now there's a girl. She likes to laugh and she likes to make balsamic glaze.
Yeah. Like,
There's nothing
I don't know
about me.
why that I was like, oh, I was so impressed.
Look, LaFive just said, I make mine. Of course you do, LaFive.
Well, I need to know how.
No, she doesn't. She'll never do it.
No, I won't, but
No.
I'll talk about it.
Talk about
I'll
it.
talk about it.
And
Yeah.
bake crackers.
And bake.
Exactly.
No, I have no desire to make a cracker.
No, that's crazy.
That's.
Oh.
I did make my special bars for you, though.
So last night
You
we're
want
driving
no
home
joy.
and it's late, right? Nothing is open, but we're just coming home. Nothing is open. And so we decide, what am I talking about?
Food. We wanted food. And
Oh,
then-
yeah. And
then
nothing
the-
was open.
They,
So Missy says,
they didn't have a potato.
yeah.
We go
Wendy's
through the
needs to
Wendy's
stop.
drive-through,
Wendy's, yeah. Go ahead.
and I said,
It's a farce. Wendy drive-throughs after 11 o'clock that are open, not really open.
I'm starting to think it's a front for something
It is.
else because we just goes like baked potato with sour cream, please. They're like, we don't have the potato. He just said we don't have the potato. I'm sorry.
And I was like, then why are you what do you have? And I feel like it doesn't matter what you ask
Nope,
for
they're
in
not
the
gonna have
Wendy's drive-through. They're like, we're out of that.
Oh my God, I
I
didn't
feel
tell
like
you.
they said that to every third car.
Do you know what? Remember when I was telling you the past few times? One time I went to Wendy's at 3 o'clock. They're like, we're going to close for a little while. What? What? Like just through the drive-through window, I'd been sitting there. I got a hamburger and I asked for mustard. And he said, we don't have that at this location. I was like, mustard? I'm the first person to ask for mustard on a
Ever.
burger. He's like, we don't have it at this branch.
That's a specialized thing. That's only in European countries.
I was like, what? I think it was in Maryland. I don't know, but I was like, that's unheard of.
Who runs out of potatoes? Am I all of a sudden starting some kind of potato craze that all of a sudden the entire Wendy's menu, people are like, I'll take 7 potatoes.
Yeah, and he's like,
Nobody.
we don't have any. No, we don't have a potato. What? Not one potato. You got no potatoes.
No, I was like, you couldn't put a whole bunch of fries together, make a potato, nothing. They didn't. They were like, nope.
But then we remembered I had a special treat in the car.
That's how she prefaced it. She
It's-
said, I have a special treat in the car. Now, I have been pitched special treats before, and I've had special treats before. I feel like it was special.
It is special.
I feel like the word treat was a stretch.
You're not wrong. What I should have said is I have something that I made that is
Stop there.
something you can actually eat because I did not put any gluten in there.
You did
And-
say all of that.
And I went through all the ingredients and then I'm like, try
And most
it.
of them are found outside.
Most of them, yes. You probably have all the ingredients in your yard.
driveway.
Yeah.
And, if she had said like, hey, I have a special flattened food-like object
And it's
that
not good,
I found in the driveway.
but it'll keep you
and I
alive.
mushed it together with honey. Would you like one? And then I feel like that would have been a more realistic idea because when I have a special treat, and she's like, it shoves it in my mouth. And I was like, okay. And I was like, this doesn't feel special.
Special.
Or a treat. I said, did you put chocolate chips in it? Here's Missy. I don't care for chocolate chips in that setting.
I know. And I'm very particular about
A tasty setting?
Yeah. If I want any joy, there can't be any chocolate chips.
So when do you only like chocolate chips and
chocolate
cookies?
chip cookies or in my yogurt.
Otherwise, you find them very offensive.
They're invasive. They take over to taste.
I feel like we have real different ideas of what taste is.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
is tasty?
Now chocolate in general, very, very tasty.
So what? So let me now. Don't tell me. I'm gonna guess what was
Okay.
in it because you kind of went there. Rocks, also known as hard nuts.
Pretty much.
Fig, dates.
Mm-hmm. Dates.
Honey. I heard you say honey.
No, there's no honey.
Something. There's oat.
Look at Jeremy. She had the nerve to fall for me yesterday.
Yeah. It's really just dried fruit and sawdust.
Yes.
Exactly.
It is. It's dried fruit and sawdust. The sawdust is made from oats.
So dates, apricots, rocks.
Dates, apricots, rocks, pecans, walnuts, 1 egg, some organic maple syrup.
Oh, that's what I knew there was something.
That's the one little joy. And
so you won't ever just get a jar of peanut butter, stick chips on it. Let's try it. Let me do it.
Okay.
Have you
peanut butter?
You've never done this.
I am embarrassed by how often there's nothing in the house and I find myself alone with a jar of peanut butter. And the things that I have stuck in the peanut butter are embarrassing. Absolutely. Oh, that and run it over with your car. Yeah. Next time I will put sticks in there. No beans. Oh, everybody's asking what I drive. It's very fancy.
Adorable.
But it's a Hyundai Venue and it's bright green. Like if you've seen Wicked, it is Elphaba green or Kermit the Frog green. Yes. Kelly, I have been making sure that everywhere we go, I ask people to talk me up in the urinal. So
everywhere.
Everywhere.
They were going to talk about her last night.
Yep.
At the urinal.
Yep. So that's what I drive. And thank you for the compliments about my hair. That's very sweet. Yes, the peanut butter I speak up is R-rated. Oh, absolutely.
All right, now listen. You've never had peanut butter and then you stick chocolate chips on it.
No, because then that's the best.
It is.
It's the
So you
best.
will eat that.
Oh, yeah, I will eat that sometime.
So it's not invasive.
No, peanut butter. This is a different thing. I guess what I should specify is I don't want it baked in something. Like I don't like a chocolate chip muffin. What? I know it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Please join us.
Yes, get your spoon. And it's the Jiffy. It's the smooth. Yeah.
Is this the dark chocolate one?
Yeah, you gotta be like a peanut butter.
But you gotta put the chips
sommelier.
on it.
I know. I'm sniffing though. You gotta sniff first.
No, don't do that.
It's the best. And you gotta have a good chip to peanut butter ratio. I'm not now.
What about chocolate chip pancakes?
Nope. Blueberry.
Andrew's like, I'll be right over. Get me a spoon.
And do you know an interesting thing about a spoonful of peanut butter?
No.
If you get the hiccups, I need more. If you get the hiccups, get 1 spoonful of peanut butter and swallow it down. And I swear to you, your hiccups will be gone.
Do you put chocolate chips on it?
You could put chocolate chips on there.
Okay, then I'll do it. This is the best morning ever.
I got it on the table, so I'm just going to do this.
Just lick that.
So good.
So good.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter is a good workaround for when you think you're not going to have candy. But then if you have peanut butter, it makes you feel some joy.
During lunch, I just eat spoons of peanut butter. No, I didn't double dip. Missy can. We're friends like that. So we did that.
Thank you.
Had one of those very special treats last night. No, we already know what the best peanut butter is. This was really good. Who did we do that with? Was it? Oh, that was Pete Lee. That was so funny. All right. So yesterday, before we were running out of the house, now listen, when we open these, you got to keep these down.
Okay.
Just you can see it there. The addresses and stuff.
Right.
I don't want to show people's addresses. We got a whole bunch of stuff in the mail, so we're going to open these up while we're waiting and put these on the Valentine's tree so everybody gets on the tree. Here, you open that one. So anyway, so last night's show was super fun. We met some people from all over the place.
Niagara, New York.
Niagara.
I think Albany.
Syracuse. Yeah.
It was really cool.
What in the world?
What? What? Let me see.
It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I need you to stand up.
Me? Oh, who else is here? Okay, I'm standing up.
Okay, I need you to come back there. I can't believe how this has all come together. Hold on. All right. Stay right there. You're in the shot, right?
Okay.
You guys, this is the best day ever. Someone record this. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Don't look. Move.
What is happening?
Hold on.
Okay, Dean is running with a package down here. Is that where you're going to put your QR code?
Stay over there.
I'm staying over here.
I can't believe this. This is the greatest present I've ever gotten in my whole life.
Okay,
And I can't believe that you're here for it.
it's Kismet.
Okay.
It's Kismet.
Okay.
She's running.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yes. What's happening?
Are you ready?
I'm always
Jeremy,
ready.
are you watching? Here we go.
Okay, she's reading.
This is the dumbest show in the whole world. Are you? As soon as you see what I take out from under this shirt, which is a weird thing to say, you're
What
gonna
is
crack
in
up.
your
But just
pants?
be ready. Are you ready?
I am always ready.
It's Squirrel Tossing.
Okay, you're fine.
Squirrel Tossing. Toss this squirrel into a tree
And you gotta
today.
be careful because the squirrel's injured.
Lulu!
This is what we have. Wait, you have to whisper.
Good
Good
girl.
girl.
You did it.
You did it. Look, now Dina is coming back. We gotta rescue him. That's exactly what happened in my backyard. The dog got it.
Lulu,
This is
stop
perfect.
licking your lips.
That's what I catch. Okay, I'm determined to catch it. Okay.
This is the best day ever. Who sent this squirrel to me? It's Squirrel Tossing.
I don't think I've ever been so happy.
Oh, put him in the tree. But high because Lulu wants to eat it. Oh my gosh. I can't, but how does the world come together so perfectly? Oh, look, there's a note. There's a note. Who sent this to me? This is the greatest that Patty Reichert.
Oh, Patty. Patty's awesome. And here's the thing. When the squirrel incident happened in my backyard,
Look at him up there. He's literally
he's
above your
looking.
head.
He's looking. Missy can't catch. I know. It's the morning. Sometimes I can catch. But here's the thing, you guys. I've gone out in my backyard because the dogs were barking. And it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm whispering, like, stop it. And they have a squirrel. And the squirrel gets, I'm trying to fend off the dog with one hand and pick up the poor injured squirrel. And I'm trying to toss him into the tree. I'm like, go.
Oh my gosh.
The odds of me being here when you open that.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny
It's crazy.
that we got that squirrel today.
I can't believe it. And I'm embarrassed that I couldn't catch it.
I mean, you are the originator of the squirrel toss.
Did I catch it at all?
She tosses and throws squirrels, but she cannot
I cannot
catch
catch
them.
the squirrel.
She was on the wrong side.
I think that if you want me to be part of the squirrel rescue, we should keep
Oh,
in mind
my
that I'm not
goodness.
going to be the catcher.
What are you going to name them? I don't know.
Oh. Well, it'll come up. Valentine. That's dumb.
Everything I think of is super dirty. I just went through 5 names. I was like, don't say any of those.
Don't say it. Don't say any of it.
Don't say any of those. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Patty, that was so
That
funny.
was
It's
Fred. Yeah, this is
Oh
a
my
new
gosh.
OFM official game.
Oh my god, that was so
Poor squirrel. She tossed
funny.
and dropped the squirrel. Yeah. Oh my
I
goodness.
love that Lulu picked it up and ran away.
But that's exactly the scenario that was happening in my backyard.
What Why do dogs just want to eat squirrels all the time?
And squirrels, I know. So sad.
All right, so let's read yours. Yours isn't going to be as exciting as mine was.
No, but this is beautiful. This is Robbie. This is my son.
Candace.
Is my greatest gift. The best thing that has ever happened to me. Carla.
Oh. All right, go put that on the
Gotta
tree.
put it on the tree.
All right, hold on. Let me cut this. Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
You guys,
My husband names every squirrel Rocky. That's his name.
Oh, Rocky.
That's his name.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Mhm.
Rocky is a good name.
You open that up.
Yeah.
This is from Beth Lund.
Ooh.
Aren't
So
they beautiful?
I was going to make you a hand turkey.
Oh, you should.
And,
Oh, look, there's little hearts in it.
aww.
Thank you
We're
for
so
sharing your family.
creative.
The Mitten Heart Garland is in honor of your dad and mine. They died within a few months of each other, and they were the sweetest dad. Eats lots of chocolate. Oh. All right. My Valentine's Forever. This is Anna, Sophie, Cam, Paige, and Joe.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Aww. And then my Always Valentines, Holly, Brinson, and Paige. Aww.
Oh,
It's
it is absolutely beautiful. These sweet mittens. Can you grab an end? Look at that. Oh, this is cry-worthy.
Beautiful, Beth.
It really is.
Oh my goodness.
Don't let me.
She makes real ones too. The mittens she made. In fact, I just had them out the other day.
Like real mittens for your hands?
Yeah, I'll show
Like
them
you
to
can
you.
wear
They're
them?
beautiful. They're so beautiful. I'll show them to you. Look how that's so nice, Beth. I love it.
That
Thank you.
is stunning. Oh, these are so. Look at it. So good at this.
And then I just walk around.
Where can you put it? Where can you put it? Yeah. Oh, Dina, it's so.
Right here. I gotta figure out the way to hang it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the mantle.
Put it on the mantle, and then we'll figure out a
Oh
spot.
my gosh, it's so pretty.
Oh, it is.
I know. It's gonna stay up till the end of February for sure. That's so lovely, Beth. Thank you so much. I know. She is on Etsy, I think. I know. No, we're not gonna cry today.
So she does this for real.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. Hold on. There's a lot here.
I just do a squirrel.
There's a lot happening. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. And the fact that you were here for it.
I couldn't imagine.
I'm going to keep the tree up until the end of February for sure. Because there's been so many wonderful ones. All right, let's take turns. All right. Mother Nature. She's a mother and she'll be bringing all the beautiful spring flowers. So that's what she made.
Oh, this one's. Oh, look at this.
This is from Denise.
Love that you're planning the honky tonk trip and that my hubby will go travel with $5 friends. Never had a honeymoon, but this trip we're doing. So excited.
That's exciting.
That is so OFM tour team.
All right. She said, my daughter, Maggie, because she's so beautiful, caring person and still believes being a mermaid is a job
option.
I love
It is.
Obviously.
We'll just tape her ankles together and throw her in the pool.
And then look who got the biggest heart of all. Lulu.
Oh, and look at
Smalls and Sammy. All the best dogs. I love it. Accessorize. Oh, all the best dogs accessorized. Look at him. Look at Lou.
It's beautiful.
So beautiful. Good luck finding spots for these.
I
There's very few
know.
spots left. It's
I
so
know.
pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm. I know.
Remember in Jaws when they were like, we're going to need a bigger boat?
Yeah.
This is going to need a
It's
bigger
a situation. All right, hold on. Put one in the. Oh, okay, Christine. I'll look. I think the bag is still over there.
Do you need me to get
All right.
something?
No, I'll grab it. This is from Jennifer. Oh, all right. This one's from Jen. Comes with this little bag. It's
That bag is
adorable.
so cute.
All right, you read that
Okay.
here.
Oh, this is for Bob. For my honey. Thanks for everything you do for me and the family. Jennifer Spooner. Thank you, OFM team, for making me laugh. Oh, and look at the bow. It says Valentine on
Everybody did
there.
such a nice job with these.
They are.
I love that everybody sat at home. Or like, let me get my arts and
Look
crafts
it.
out. All right, so this is
Oh,
from
look at it. It's like little
Ashley.
curtains.
Look how beautiful. It said, it's awesome to have Dina and my One Funny Mother crew, my amazing husband, my incredible daughter, and my fantastic parents as my Valentines. They're pretty amazing. Life is fantastic with all of them in it. Look at it. It's got little curtains on it.
Oh,
that's from Ashley. Yeah, Ashley from Texas.
So cool.
All right, couple more left. This is from Noelle. Can we send what we feel lucky for in green? Yes, you can do send some green clovers in.
Lucky stars, green clovers.
All right, this is Noelle. All right, she sent one for Jeff, the best graphics guy around. He'll love that.
Is Brooke, Di, Dina, Jacqueline, Dean, Dina. Love every one of my OFM. You make my day brighter every day. That's so sweet.
I love that Jeff got his own one.
Yeah.
She was like, the whole one, and then just specific.
Jeff, we didn't want to mix them.
I'm going to read that one.
Oh, my goodness. Eric has been the love of my life since we were 13 and 15. And we met at a church harvest hayride. We have been together ever since, and the end of January, married for 19 years. He still gives me butterflies every time he comes home. Aww. And can't wait to see what our future holds. Antonio, our sweet baby we lost 4 years before Erica. Aw. Erica, our oldest daughter, a beautiful rainbow. She surprises me every day and makes me proud. She is a college freshman and doing amazing every day. She is so smart and continues to amaze me every day on how she has grown. Colin, my heart warrior, has been through so much in his life. He is the sweetest and strongest person I know. Your relationship with Dean reminds me so much of ours, and I love it. Oh. And then Quinsley. She is our surprise baby. She is always full of joy and life and very wild and crazy child. Don't know what we would do without her. Oh, very beautiful.
That was so beautiful.
So Antonio, Colin, Erica, Quinsley, and Eric. Oh, that very beautiful.
I
so
know.
Sweet.
It's really lovely.
So sweet.
All right, you hang those. This one is from Dana. Look what she did. She cross-stitched this.
No way.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dana. So many beautiful things. All right, I have one more here and then one more over in the bag. All right, hold on. This is from Michelle DeBona.
What?
3 Michelle. DeBona, 3 Michelle. I don't know. Maybe they numbered themselves. Maybe I numbered them. That sounds like something I would do. I'd be like, you're Michelle number 3. Hold on. And now we cry. I'm telling you, some of those things that people wrote are just so beautiful.
It really is. And I bet, guys, did it feel good to like write that and express those feelings? Yeah, they should come with cry warnings.
I know.
Yeah, now we cry.
What is this?
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Dina Di, Wendy Brooke, Jeff Stephanie, Wendy, BNC. Thanks for all you do. See you in Nashville. Marie DeBona.
DeBona.
Put that
Okay.
on the tree.
Okay. DeBona is the best last name. Is it? I want to be Missy DeBona. What is that?
I don't know. Oh, it's a tree skirt, and one side is Valentine's, and the other side is St. Patty.
Oh my gosh. Dina.
This is coming together. Can you grab it on your side?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, this is so pretty.
Oh my goodness. I've
Oh,
never been
would
this
you have
cool
even
in
thought
my
of
whole
that?
life. No. And I can't
That
believe
is
they
so
put them
pretty.
both together.
Oh my gosh. That
Oh my
is
goodness. Hold on,
gorgeous.
there was one more in this bag.
Okay. That's so cool. The tree skirt is amazing. That and both sides.
This is from Christine last night. She gave me hers. So this one says, Stephen, Michael, Anthony, $5 friends, God, Alexis, Valerie, One Funny Mother family, Lady Di, Theo, Grace, Coco, Isabella, Sadie, Oreo, Casey, Dina, Valentine's Day, and Missy. Joy, happiness.
Oh.
I love all of my family. My mom, Valerie, my pets, Casey, Theo, Grace, Sadie, Coco, Isabel, and Oreo. Those were all the pets.
I'm coming over.
My
I
husband,
wanna go to
Steven, my
there.
kids, Alex and Michael. I love my OFM family, my $5 friends, because you help and support and lots of laughs. I could not get through this crazy life without all of you. Husband of 21 years is Steven, my soulmate. My kids, Alex and Michael, 18 and 15. So that's so beautiful.
It is.
And she gave me our first lucky charm. I'm going to put it over here for when we make the final transition over to St. Patty's Day. But
Wow.
I know it's so beautiful. It's super lovely. So thank you, everybody. We have I know this is going to be our annual tradition,
It's
and
so cool.
and then we will do St. Patty's. I know.
I just sat on Lulu's face.
Oh, I'm sure she loved it.
So cool.
I know. It's so nice. So so today Missy is heading out again.
Yes.
Where are you headed?
Beverly, Massachusetts, right outside of Boston. And we have a show on the Love's a Joke tour. So it's Jeremy and I. So, how lucky am I? Last night, I get to go with Dina. Tonight, I get to go with Jeremy. I'm not.
Now, will you be offering Jeremy special treats by
will.
way of rock hard candies put into a flat?
It was so funny. When I was leaving to come pick up Dina, I was like, Jeremy, I'm going to take my little bars with me. Do you want me to leave you some? Or will you be, but they'll be with us tomorrow. Or can you wait till tomorrow to have some?
Can you wait?
And he's like, Missy, you could put those in a hole in the backyard and I would not miss them at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little insulted. I'm like, well, then fine. I'll be the healthy one in this family.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one wants to take that from you.
No.
It's all you.
It's all you. Missy, you have the crappy stuff. Terry I'm going to see you today. Terry, I'll try to remember to bring you. You have to try one of my bars. Yeah. They're not good. But you feel virtuous.
It's like, you know how there's that eat to live, live to eat?
Yes.
Last night was like an eat to live situation. And if you want to live, you're like, I haven't eaten.
There was no joy.
I should probably eat one of these.
And it was sad that we were at the Wendy's drive-thru. And when it's nighttime and you're hungry, all ideations of it being healthy are kind of out the window. Mm-hmm. We're going to do our best, got a baked potato. Mm. But then
when you hear special treats.
But wait a minute, Wendy's.
Speaking of special
we
treats.
don't need them. Look at them. Look at. I made
Don't
these.
They look yummy?
Don't they look like something I would be trading on the black market? I feel like I could get arrested in an airport.
I feel like if somebody was eating, like there was just somebody out and they were eating some Kit Kat and you went over and you're like, do you want to trade? Do you want to trade? And they're like, well, what is it? Like, it's a special treat.
It's a special treat. It's a special treat. No. Yeah, no, Kelly, I'm not in New Jersey. I live in Delaware. I mean, I'm in New Jersey now. But
I'm
Try. Here's a little one for you. Try it.
I'm good.
It's good for your kidney stone.
I am so full after that.
It's good for your kidney stone.
I'm like up to
Try
here.
It.
It's like Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
It's good for your kidney stone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. No. Yeah. I think your face went.
I bet you.
I think it twitched a little when you ate it. It was like.
If you put vanilla ice cream on it.
Wait, so last night she was like, do you like it? Do you think it needs anything? I said, yeah. She goes, oh, what should I add? I was like, a chicken cheesesteak. If you could wrap this in a chicken cheesesteak,
It's like
excellent.
hiding a pill in something.
She's like, what do you think it could use? I was like, oh, a chicken cheesesteak.
Yeah, peanut butter on it's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Missy, are there dates in it? Yes.
Yes.
If it's disgusting, it's in this bar.
There are dates.
Think of disgusting things. And be like,
No.
oh, what do I hate? Raisins. That could be.
No,
in
there's
it.
no raisins.
It could be.
There's
nothing.
a lot.
There's no individual ingredient that you said that I was like, ooh. You know, people are like, oh,
Yes.
what's in this? And you're like, oh, chocolate. Okay.
It's
What else
also
is in it? Oh, the little coconut. If you're coconut. Oh, yeah. What else? Butterscotch. Like those would be ingredients where people's face, oh. But I said, Missy, what's in it?
these are not even ingredients that people have. Like you have to go. Like I don't just keep dried apricots around. Like you have to.
Yeah. These would be
Fine.
great if you're being attacked. Exactly. By what in particular? Doesn't matter. Just attacked. And you'd be like, if an intruder comes and the intruder will be like, no, I'm good.
I'm good. You know what? There's
just
going
gonna
to be
see my
nothing
way
here
out.
that I want.
How long will they keep in the car? Forever.
Yeah.
You know how cockroaches live after like an atomic situation? Similar.
Yeah. Because I don't think you would know if these are stale. Right? Like I think they're going to taste the same 3 weeks from now as they do now. Okay, Melanie, I will check my messages. Thank you. Kim says she would try my bars.
Rhonda said you would appreciate them if you fell out of a plane.
There's a lot of things I would appreciate if I
You
fell
know that
out.
movie where that soccer team and they landed in the ice tundra?
Yes, and they had to eat each other.
They eat each other. So like that would be like a good
Or-
first choice if in that situation.
You have a choice.
and you're
Dina.
not wrong.
We're in a starving situation.
Yes.
Your choice. You got to eat me. Your friend of a long time. You have to make the decision. Am I going to take a bite out of you?
Right?
Or are you going to eat one of these?
And that would be very hard decision. I'd be like, I don't know, Missy. I've seen your back end. It looks juicy. It looks juicy. I'm not going to make a decision today. I can't. I got to be in the situation.
Yeah, you know, it is true. You don't know what you would do in any situation.
Candace said, you taste funny,
Options.
Missy.
Missy snacks or dies.
Yeah,
It's dies for the win, for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
For sure. They taste funny. That's very good.
I know.
No, Robin, there's no sugar in these.
Nothing
There's
good
not-
or
no.
tasty.
If-
Don't worry about it.
No,
I
it's
was
literally, yeah. These are from my Fighting Cancer cookbook.
Yeah.
Cancer doesn't like these.
Christine was like, Missy, you may contain gluten. She's like, I've eaten a lot of gluten. No gluten in those bars, though, or taste. Mm-hmm.
They're good for you.
A taste you would
So
have to
healthy.
get used to. That is it.
That is
It would
true.
be it would taste great if there was nothing else to eat.
Yeah.
And you were dying.
So like if Wendy's
Those would be
doesn't
very
have a
good.
baked potato. And Dina ate it and she's like, see, that did its job.
I'm still alive.
That served
that
its
is-
purpose.
That
So I'm
is-
kind of a hero.
Mhm.
I was a hero a lot yesterday.
Oh my gosh. If you saw the reel yesterday, she blew through a toll booth at 45 miles per hour. You shouldn't have a miles per hour when going through a toll
Mm-mm.
booth. It shouldn't be calculatable because you're going so slow. But Missy clocked at 45 with a gate down.
I'm
And
used to
thinking,
an easy pass.
Now, she had already said this is a very basic car. And I thought maybe this car is basic, but comes with some special toll booth feature that makes the bar go up before you jam your car into it at 45 miles per hour. So I didn't say anything. I don't want to be the lady in the car like, oh, like that. I don't want to be her.
She was so calm.
So I was very calm and I was like, I
She
think
was
we're
just
going to hit
gonna
this. Okay.
Take death.
Mhm.
Just
I was like, this is it.
would
This is
not
where we
want to
die.
upset Miss.
So that was the first thing she did. And I made a reel of that. Then we get to Binghamton and we're close to eating dinner. We're starving. Fine. She gets off of this ramp. Now, it's a three-way intersection. So we're the one coming into this
Right.
intersection, and there are traffic signals going this way.
We didn't have one.
Then she said, we don't have a traffic signal. I go, well, if they have one,
No.
we have one. She goes, I can't see it. I go, well, it's above us now. Because I screamed. I go, stop the car. Why? I go, well, you have a red light.
There was.
She goes, where? Show it to me. I go, it's above us. It's above us and behind us. We're actually still breaking the law based on where you parked this car in the middle of the
I'm like, well, I
intersection."
wasn't going to go in the intersection. I could see the cars coming. I just didn't see that there was a light there.
There's a
I don't
light.
think there was. I did not actually hit the bar. I slammed on the
didn't.
brakes, which Dina, my car has very good brakes.
Amazing brakes. We used them a number of times on
Yeah.
this trip.
Yeah.
So the second time she blew through a light. And I was like, I'm gonna probably drive
Yeah.
when we stop the car. And so then we're almost to this restaurant, and we stop at a light real quick as these brakes work. And she does the thing where she does this.
Yeah, I was saving you.
She saves me. And I just looked at her. I go, well, this is different.
This is-
She was like, what do you mean? I go, well, you've tried to kill me twice. So it just feels different when
I
you're
just
trying
said,
to
all
save
right.
me.
If you can survive that much, you deserve to live
Yeah.
for the rest
Well,
of the
this
trip.
is different.
Yeah.
You trying to save me. Mhm. What was the soccer team? The soccer team, just Alejandra. Did you watch the one on Netflix? The
I
newest
didn't
one?
watch the newest one.
Oh.
It was, gosh, was that in the 80s?
Yes.
It was a soccer team that landed in the Andes,
Yeah.
and some of them survived the plane crash, but they didn't have like any bars, and they had to eat their dead. Now Dina would eat me, and they'd find her, and they'd be like, "But there was a bag
There's
of
a whole
food
bag of
right
food." I
next
go,
to
"I
you.
don't like
Why
dates."
did you eat Missy?"
That would be my answer. I don't like
I don't like dates.
Mhm.
Was it a rugby team? Yeah. Who is your guest today? Oh yeah.
The squirrel.
The
It's
squirrel
Rocky.
is my, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, the book was called Alive.
Alive.
It was
Yeah.
called Alive, but they have done an updated
Yeah, it's not
movie.
Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets is a completely different book. Another good show, and not real. This
No, this
one's
one's
real. Hmm.
This one is real.
The bars look like food they give out at the petting zoo for the goats.
They do.
Hmm.
I was just at a petting zoo.
What's the name of on Netflix? I forget, but it's like look it up. Somebody will know here.
Yeah.
What do the bars taste like? Somebody said it sounds like a fruit cake. A little. It's not. A cake is generous. Fruit. Fruit that's been dried and
Picture
put in your driveway, but like rolled over.
Picture a oatmeal cookie, but without
don't do
cookie,
that.
without sugar.
Without oatmeal or taste or cookies, and replace it with stuff in your
But
driveway.
but if you're desperate,
Save.
when you're desperate for
Real
a
desperate,
treat,
like about to die.
like feel like I need a snack.
Like you can see the Lord. You'll be like, all right, I'll take it now.
And
Like
then
that.
you're like, okay, I'll have this.
Mhm.
And I'll know that all the ingredients are doing good things in my body.
Not mine.
No.
Horrible things. Horrible, horrible things.
Without flavor. So kind of cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I won't know when these are stale. Like I really won't. It won't be any different.
I don't think they will go stale.
I think
They're
these are,
already dried fruit.
yeah.
I don't think it could get worse.
But I did them so carefully. And a couple, make them on Mola one day.
Yeah. Wow, that'll be fun.
And a couple people asked
Mm-hmm.
for the recipe. I'll put that on. I'll type it up and put it on my page at some point. I
can type it up for you. Rocks, dirt,
stir it around.
bird food.
You even have to. I even had to toast the nuts before doing. Like, there's a lot of processes. I worked very hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the bars have no.
Perfect for Jacqueline's
Oh,
car.
Look at
What?
Lori says, Missy, send the recipe and I will work on tweaking it to taste better, but still healthy.
Lori, is that your thing?
Do you know how to? I don't know how to tweak
Mm-mm.
cardboard as a treat, Shakendra. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
trail mix cookie, no sugar. Yeah,
I'll make them and add peanut butter and chocolate chips, a cheesesteak, a chocolate cake,
and so ice
and
cream.
it will taste real different. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You need to be wearing a shirt that says "I'm not sick while eating the bars." They're like, you have to be eating those.
You're definitely very sick.
Mhm.
Definitely very, very sick.
That's really funny. So you're back in Boston tonight. What's the
Yes.
show called?
Love's a Joke.
Love's a Joke. And
Love's
it
a
always
Joke.
features couples.
Yes,
who
comedian couples.
And how many comedian couples are there?
Not a lot. I mean, I know that they go through probably about 5 couples for their shows when they're
Mhm.
booking it. So I know that many, but not a lot.
No.
Not a lot. It's just fun.
Mm.
It really is fun. And it's always fun to get to work with Jeremy because he'll go up. He's always goes before me, so he'll make cracks about my age and stuff like that, but he forgets that I get to go after him and come back at him. And it's fun because a lot of times if we're on shows separately and we make fun of each other, people are like, that's mean. I'm like, no, this is how we talk to each other. This is our reality. So it's very fun when we get to do it together.
Yes. We Al Descharme, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody just asked. Yeah, we know him and his wife. They're very, very
In
lovely.
fact, she's a comic as well, right?
Yeah.
Because I think they're on the same tour.
Yeah.
What's her name? Is it Chris?
No, she's not Ducharme. I see her face.
Yes, I am
her.
older than Jeremy. I am 13 years older than Jeremy.
I know.
So it's in Beverly, Massachusetts, Carly.
Mhm.
Good name. My daughter's name is Carly. It's in Beverly, Massachusetts tonight.
Bernadette Pauly. Thank you, Kimberly.
Yes. I think they're on this.
Just escaped me. Yeah. No, they're super funny. I haven't seen Bernadette in forever. It's got to be 10 years. They moved to California. How do you know them, Kimberly? But she's hilariously funny. So this is just this. So I'm sneaking in between classes. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Does Missy have a Survivor shirt?
Oh,
Do you have a Survivor
I do not
shirt?
have a Survivor shirt.
Oh, you should get one. You mean of the bars?
I've survived. I survived
I survived these
breast cancer
bars.
and breakfast bars.
He's my aunt's brother, and he's so funny. He is so funny. He's very good at impersonations. That's his thing.
Oh,
Mhm.
people who are good at that.
How did you and Jeremy meet?
We met doing comedy. We met when I first started comedy in Baltimore. And it's funny. I remember the instant I met him, and it's strange because a lot of times, you'll meet so many people, and he had friended me on Facebook. Now, keep in mind, Jeremy and I were both married to other people at the time. There was not a thought in my head about him in that way yet. Yeah, but I'll never forget. It was in Fishhead Cantina in Baltimore.
That's how all true romance starts.
The Fishhead Cantina. I walk in. I remember sitting him he was at a table. I remember he had on a white Puma jacket. I don't remember anything about that stuff.
Jacket.
And he's like, hey, my name was Grinkowitz at the time. He's like, you're Missy Grinkowitz. And he's like, I'm Jeremy Hall. And he has this like sexy voice. And I was like, wow. And then I looked down at his hand. I was like, oh man, he's wearing a wedding ring. And I'm like, I'm wearing a wedding ring.
What's happening?
And then he stood up and nothing changed. Like he's
You're like, are you stupid?
Yeah. And we became friends. And then about 5 years later, we did a lot of shows together and we were just friends. And 5 years later, we both were getting a
They were friends,
divorce.
but there were tingles.
There were just that little like, I like him. And there's, when you're a woman in comedy, you meet a lot of men. And a lot of them, you don't tingle, like it's just work. But there was a little I like him.
I wonder how many people would say that when they met their person, like, was it love at first sight? Like, was there like a spark where you're like, okay. Like, how many people would you say that when you met your person, did you know right away, or did it take time to like, okay, I could get into this. I'd love to hear what everybody says.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
tingles in your twilly.
I feel like
that's the squirrel's name, Twilly.
My husband knew, I didn't.
Yeah. How old was I when I got it? I did not start comedy till I was 45.
There was no spark. She just married me because I wouldn't stop talking to her.
That, you know what, Bob? I can
Bob.
understand. You seem like a lovely man, but I can understand that. Like, all right, if you
So
just stop talking.
Sandy said, I actually saw stars when he first kissed me on the dance floor at our friend's wedding.
Did he also hit you on the head? Like, was it the cartoon
I went to school
stars?
with my husband, but I didn't like him that way until 5 years after we graduated. It was love at first sight for me, but my wife didn't even remember the first encounter.
Aw.
Not love at first sight, but I was definitely connected to him. I didn't care for him in high school, dated 10 years later.
Wow.
I knew right away when I met bus driver Rod, engaged a month later and married 6 months later, 38 years in June.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I thought my husband was an idiot in high school, but when I met up with him 5 years later and it all worked out.
She married, yes, and I married him 28 days later, and then ... stupid. Denise, did it not end well?
My husband definitely felt the spark. I left him at the bar that night. He came back the next week so mad I left him, and that was 26 years ago.
Oh.
Hubby says I showed up at his doorstep and never left. Kathy said it took time for me. He was already chasing me.
Aww.
My wife and I met on a blind date, love at first sight. No, I was already in love with his brother's friend.
Emery, I just love you.
I met Jen online, and I knew he's my person before I met him in person. I was afraid to meet because I knew I would 100% fall in love with him. He says the same. We talked for 3 months before we met because of that. My feelings for Sergio terrified me as I'd never felt anything like that before. I knew he was my forever.
Do you know, Jeremy told me that he had a crush on me right away. Do you know when I knew, and I was watching Jeremy interact with a bunch of other male comics, and they were trash talking another guy that was in that local comedy scene who clearly had some issues. Like, it wasn't a fair, a fair kind of a thing. And Jeremy looked at him and was like, guys, come on. Yeah. Like, just stop. And I always love the person that will defend somebody being talked about who's not there. And I was like, this guy's character really
Jeremy.
Is awesome.
All right, Michelle says we were engaged in 8 weeks and married after 3 months, married 5 years now. I met my husband on a blind date, married 21 years. He liked me in high school. I didn't like him. My husband says he got the last laugh. He went in the Navy and we would write each other. Denise says, my husband said I blew him off the first time he tried to talk to me. Go ahead, you read yours.
Mine was in prison, so it took a while. Where did it go?
Yeah, hold on. Sometimes it scrolls. Hold on.
There.
This one?
Yeah, mine was in prison, so it took a while. We knew each other in elementary school. He was my first kid boyfriend. He moved here a year ago.
Stephanie, I would like to get a little deeper into what this is right here.
You leave a lot dangling.
It's a great teaser
in the ether.
We went to high school together, and I said to a friend, I'm going to marry that boy one day, and I did.
Aww.
Suzanne, I was with my boyfriend when I met my husband. It was like time froze. Remembering what we were both wearing, started dating 2 years later.
Those moments when you remember what the other, like, it's a core memory.
Let's read what Jim said.
Jim, I didn't know what or who was good for me, so Sharon had to show me. Very persistent.
Jim! Sharon was like, you're going to marry me because you love me, and we're going to have a lot of babies. My husband and I were both born in the same hospital 2 days apart. He said he looked good in his diaper, and I searched him down and finally found him again in middle school.
That is awesome.
Read Linda's.
Linda, love at first sight. Met on eHarmony. Knew 24 hours later we would be together, and here we are 19 years later. This is like when Harry met Sally, when they sit and they have those couples.
Kimberly said, my first impression of my now husband was he must be an a-hole because I seem to be attracted to a-holes.
We all go through our a-hole phase.
All right, what does Lucy say?
When I first saw my hubs at work in an elevator, he walked in looking like Jesus, and he had music blasting that I liked. And I just stared at him until he got off the elevator and forgot what floor I was going to. I then made sure to get to know him, and then he started annoying me. That's how it starts. It starts out like with a look and a good idea, and then they get annoying, and that's when you know it's love.
And then you're forever. Erlinda said, my husband lost his wallet at work and came to HR to report it just in case someone turned it in. I was covering the front desk when he came in.
Those stories, those just little right time, right place stories.
We were like magnets, showed up in the doorstep and never left, literally. Nothing when we first met as teenagers, but 10 years later, there were sparks.
Oh.
Mine wouldn't give up, said Melissa. I kept turning him down, married 40 years.
He's like, look, I know you think this is not it. I'm telling you, this is it.
This is it. You will marry me. Janet said, we met the first day of college, friends for 2 years, and have been together now since 1996 and married in 2002. I went to school with my husband, but it took me 2 ex-husbands before we got together.
I understand that, Kelly.
I met my husband online dating when it first started 24 years ago, married 20 years in July.
Yeah. We all have husbands,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I should have paid attention to the signs in high school and left them there. I worked with my husband. He was divorced out of 2. When I saw his interaction with his kids, it melted my heart. Married 19 years this year.
That's beautiful. Look at not love at first sight. We didn't like each other in the beginning. We ended up dating in our second year of college due to our love of movies. We have been together for a total of 12 years, married for 2.
My husband knew right away. We were both in other relationships at the time. See, you and
It
Juliana.
happens. Right, Juliana?
My husband was the only one I really felt like I connected when we were on the dating app, but he would message back intermittently. We met, and I found out later he wanted to marry me right away. Aww. Met on Plenty of Fish. We knew this was it.
Oh, I didn't know what POF was.
Yeah. We met Jim on a dare from my roommates 52 years later.
I've got goosebumps.
I know. Definitely feel in love at first sight. Took us both 4 months to ask each other out. Met my husband when I was renting the house he bought. 2 weeks later, he asked me out. We've been married 28 years.
Wow.
That was Kay. Lucy said, we started going for lunch together. I always gave him my extra pickle. Oh, of course you did, Lucy.
Extra pickle.
I got an extra pickle for you. And I thought his name sounded great with my first name. How many people do that? You're like, I need to try it on just to see if it's good.
You know what? And it does.
I never would think like that before. And then I found out he played the bass, and I was swooning at the very start. Lucy!
He plays the bass and he'll eat my pickle.
Met my husband at a party. We were married in 6 months, been together 48 years. In a love-hate relationship for 40 years, mostly hate, said Andrea. Andrea's like, let me bring this back down. Okay, for those of us that have had a tumultuous time.
I don't think that's passion. That's not hate.
There's a lot of names for it. Let's just
passion.
Could be a lot of different
passion.
names. My husband and I met when we were both skiing. He actually fell and slid to my feet before saying hey. In our wedding vows, he worked it in that he fell for me that day.
I love it.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. My husband and I met each other when I was 8 and he was 10. We haven't been with anyone else, and we've been married for 30 years. Kezia.
I get goosebumps.
I know. Allison said, we connected the first time we met for a drink. We didn't want to go home, so then we went for coffee. First date went on for hours. I knew I would marry him.
Why is this making me cry?
I don't know. So much to say, but I found out years later he and I camped at the very same campground together when we were very little, and I recall playing with him and his brothers at the playground, at the campground. Met my husband through roommate ad. Have been with him for 25 years.
Anniversary's today. Happy anniversary.
High school sweethearts. Never could have married him if we'd met in college. Got back together 10 years later after being married for 12 years. Oh, see.
That's beautiful.
Blind date, married 6 months later. Wow. 46 years married in April. My husband.
My gosh.
What?
No, that one, what you're about to read.
You read it.
My husband wanted to ask me out, but he thought I was dating someone else. So he found another girl and married her. And they were both my friends, and I went to his wedding. 30 years later, we find each other on Facebook, and we've been married for 12 years now. There was a couple at the show last night. She was 78. He was 78. They went to high school together. She said, he signed my yearbook, but I don't remember. And then they both had these whole lives and came together about 5 years ago. And
I love those stories.
I do too.
Yeah.
So
met hubby online, Colleen said. We messaged for a week, and then I finally said, are you ever going to ask me out?
Ooh.
I moved 4 months later, married 5 years later. For almost 9 years, he loves my kiddos, even though they aren't biologically his.
Yeah.
Oh, Colleen, that's beautiful. We are soulmates. Oh, Stephanie's back.
Oh, yay, Stephanie.
Back. All
Okay,
right,
Stephanie, we need
Stephanie
dirt.
Rasner. We're soulmates. He was in prison for 5 years in Wisconsin. Long story. We are 44 and 43. He moved to Virginia with me. We are best friends because we talked throughout his prison sentence. Stephanie, just keep giving us these little tidbits. You could come on here every day,
Stephanie,
and be like, and then, and we'll just listen to the story. So we're like, Stephanie.
We want the movie, Stephanie.
Yeah.
We want the movie.
Yeah. Met my American serviceman in England at my local nightclub. He was the first to say I love you, and I said thank you. Ned, how many times have you been like, when you're young and you're dating, and then all of a sudden a boy will hit you with an I love you, and you're like, thank you. And it's like uncomfortable.
Oh, my friend, Nikki, I haven't seen her in years. The first time a boy, and they've been married forever.
Okay.
But when they were in high school, he kept telling her he loved her, and she was afraid to say it. So one day, she's like, okay, I do love you, but not as much as I love my mom.
That is a fair thing for a young woman to say. Fair. Do you ever just go, what is the most uncomfortable thing that you've said? Like, I'm so awkward. Like, I'm not good. And I do feel like I did say thank you. Or I just be like,
I know.
What? I just,
I enjoy our time together.
I have enjoyed this.
I enjoy our time together.
It is. You have to really choose your words when somebody is putting themselves out there. And you just, that is very lovely. And I love chocolate.
Yeah. Jeremy did the whole, like, I'm going to say it. He's like, I got to just say it.
Like that. I don't say it. Yeah. I was working at a local theater, and my hub's older brother literally shoved him in the door and told me, this is my brother. My first turn ran, and he took off inside the theater. We dated for 4 years and married year after graduation. Married almost 55 years before he passed.
That's so I love that.
My husband was riding a motorcycle with my roommate's boyfriend.
Okay.
There was a rainstorm, so he asked if he could crash in my house until it was over. 34 years later, said Evelyn.
And she's like, it's not raining.
It's not raining. It's been 34 years. I went for a meatball sandwich at an Italian restaurant, said Wendy. Sat at a booth at the wall. He was across the bar. He bought many people drinks to pass by me. He bought me a drink, told him I had to go. Wasn't one to be picked up at a bar. Next morning, he showed up with a huge bouquet of roses. I didn't tell him where I lived. Took on the first date. He invited a friend to come. This is weird. Third wheel. On way home, pouring rain. He stopped the truck. He cranked up a song, pulling me out of the truck to dance in the rain. I'm a New York girl. He's a... What?
What is he?
What? Wendy,
we were dancing in the rain.
Pulls you out of the truck.
We're dancing, and he's a serial killer. Like, what? Where does this go?
Where does this story land? Oh my God, sis. I got married in middle school quad where I met my husband in 1986. We started dating in high school, said Jean, together 45. My friend introduced us in high school. Girl needed cigarettes and boy had cigarettes. We've been together since high school, been married 22 years. What did Georgia say?
Met my husband on a blind date set up by my brother. Thought, what the heck were you thinking? But now have been married almost 17 years.
Oh. A woman called into a radio station yesterday sharing her love story. She's married with 2 children, and both of her exes lived in the basement of her home. The exes were the husband's brother and cousin, keeping it all in the family.
And in the
Rhonda.
basement. Like, she's not just keeping it in the she's keeping it
That's a
in
lot.
the basement. This makes my family sound healthy.
Martha, met on a blind date, married in 6 months, married 43 years. My Al husband worked at a Canadian Tire store, and he asked me out for coffee. Now, 32 years later, been married 28 years. Second marriage for both of us.
I was just, my brain.
Yeah.
I know now she was in Canada. I can't say it. But I was like, what's a Canadian Tire?
We're going to let it go.
Yeah.
My wife and I had the same last name when we met, so neither of us had to make the choice to change it when we got married. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Jeremy's not 6 because Missy warms his nuts before cooking them. That's true love. Uh-huh.
I'm a delight.
I went to ask him to prom, and he was with another girl in his truck. Friends finally got us together that I said we didn't want anything serious. That was 30 years ago.
It's just casual 30 years.
My husband asked me out after 3 months of dating to marry him. He wanted to take this German back to the States. Now he's stuck with me.
Yes, somebody asked if I'd been married before. I had been married before.
Oh. Tim and I had our 35th anniversary on the Rock Your Peacock tour. Met in college. I saw him and decided he was the guy I was going to marry. He just didn't know it yet. We dated for 5 years through college. Oh, I love when people say that, when people are like, you're going to marry me. You just don't know it yet.
I've never had that. Like, I haven't had that feeling. I've had like the tingle, but not that's so
nice. My mom met my dad at Rubbermaid. He was a mail boy, and my mom was in the corporate receptionist. 3 weeks before they were married, they were both terminated from there. They had to cancel their catering and photographer. Family ended up making food, and family friend who started photography ended up doing their wedding. They went camping for their honeymoon for 6 weeks with the little money they had, and would always find an unemployment office to file again.
Look at Patty. Met at 14, attended each other's weddings, both divorced, and started dating at 25. Married almost 40 years. He's my best friend.
Oh, Patty's the one that sent
So
us
the
Rocky
squirrel.
the squirrel.
Yeah, the walkie.
On our first date, my husband thought it would be funny to wear fake rotten teeth.
Okay,
I thought, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? 20 years later, we're married and he still acts goofy.
Does he still have those teeth?
It's so funny. I like that. My husband and I met when we worked at Kohl's, and I was smitten with him. I love when people say smitten. One of the managers said he was going to tell him. He did, and I almost ruined it when he asked me to go out for coffee. I said, I don't like coffee. That would be something I would do. Luckily, he asked to get something else. 14 years later, married this June, 19 years together. And I do love coffee now.
That is so awkward. I don't like coffee. It's like, well, they say other things.
Sarah.
My parents met each other on a blind date, married 3 months later. They will be married 60 years on a leap year.
Oh. Janice said, we met at country line dancing place, danced several times, didn't see each other until a month later. Girlfriends convinced me to ask him to dance. After enough drinks, I did, and he said, no thanks. I was mortified. His best friend said, what did you do that for? He thought I was another blonde. He came groveling and apologized. We danced the rest of the night and have been together ever since, 37 years.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ed said,
Amy.
Ed said, I love you. I said, what? When he asked me to marry him, I said, are you serious?
I'm real dumb.
Married 6 years. Love him to death.
That's nice. Met hubby in a bar, and he was in the band. Told his mom that night he met the girl he was going to marry. 6 months later, we married. 35 years. He passed in August of last year. Oh, Kim, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Read Kimberly's.
Kimberly, when we were in college, I stopped by my now husband's work to say hello and meet him. I was en route to karate lessons. I suppose he knew not to mess about with this one, but is a loving, peaceful guy, together since 1998. Oh.
All right. Stephanie says, basically, we lost contact for many years because I moved away from Wisconsin. We became Facebook friends after, and I moved away from Wisconsin at 18. Then I didn't hear from him until I got a letter from him in prison. Oh, this is Stephanie. Stephanie's back.
Okay.
I ignored his letters. Then one day he sent me a magical fairy drawing. We gained a friendship slowly and fell in love. We had a lot in common.
We need to know what they had in common.
Stephanie, keep talking.
Stephanie.
All right. Trina said, husband knew right away. Met in June online. Moved my stuff in before I left on a trip to see a friend in September. Asked to marry me in December. Married the following September. Been married for 10 and a half years.
Oh, look, Judy, I married a man that we have the same last name, so no name change for me.
There's a
33
couple
years.
of those.
Yeah.
My husband had a hard time saying I love you when we were dating. Thought it was a commitment to say it. He said, I heart you. 24 years later, it's still a joke between us. Oh, that's so nice.
Jeremy and I have been married 5 years. Somebody just asked. Yeah.
Met my husband in 6th grade, started dating at 19, married 3 kids, had a spark for 20 years, which turned into a dumpster fire.
It happens.
Been gloriously single for 14 years.
Yeah.
Those are still good stories.
Yeah, I was about to say the dumpster fire stories are good too. 58 single and just want a good man. Jesus knows. My wasman, never married, have been apart 15 years and I've raised our kids alone. I'm tired of my name being mom and need to meet a 55 to 65-year-old man. Go to a prison.
There's a lot of guys there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We were on a blind date at a Chinese restaurant that got shut down the next day for reserving food. So we ate someone else's fried rice.
Oh, reserving food.
Oh, we survived that. And now we've been married for 35 years.
You can have one of my bars.
Yeah, nobody was. I told my mom later that day I met my now husband skiing that I had met the guy I was going to marry. We were both already dating someone, but a year later to the day, we were both available, and he asked me out 2 days later.
Wow.
There's so many great stories. I know. Was divorced. My oldest brother, I have 6. He said, come to a BMW motorcycle rally. You'll meet people. So I went. He introduced me as his sister. Would you like to buy her? My husband said yes. Dated long distance for 2 years, married 26 years.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, some of these comments are from YouTube, so you might not see them.
Does Jeremy have kids too? So hard to blend families. We are doing that now, and it's so hard. Jeremy does not have kids. I have done the blended family thing with a man prior to Jeremy, and it's rough. It's rough with the kids. Jeremy came with none, so he now is just smoothly in with Carly and I. He gets those
disgusting bars.
He gets these disgusting bars, and he gets to be a grandpa. Yeah,
he does love that.
Yeah.
Husband told my sister he was going to marry me after meeting for about 30 minutes. Didn't see him again for 10 months. Started dating, married 4 months later, 43rd anniversary yesterday.
Wow. Hubs and I fell in love quick and hard. Both divorced and swore off getting married again. When he proposed, I said, we talked about this and asked if this is a joke. He said no, that he wanted to marry me and be with us forever.
Oh, Cynthia said, my husband wouldn't propose to because I farted. He did the next day. Been married 23 years. Cynthia, thank you for bringing the show back to some reality. Yeah. These stories are beautiful and lovely. There's lots of different stories. There's a lot of different endings. And then there's new stories. It's all very exciting. We are a little bit of a day late, but this was a great story time. It says, morning from Garfield, New Jersey. Been 25 years in a beautiful apartment with New York views. Sunrise and sunset. Valencia is like, yeah, no, I'm good. I have some beautiful views here that I love. Mm-hmm. So that works too. Met in college in the bio lab. He was dissecting a shark. Saw him on campus. Called him Shark Man because I didn't know his name. Fraternity and sorority events. together we clicked, and lost him 9 years ago. Oh, Kathy. These are beautiful stories. We hope that you get to continue going in the universe and finding these meet cutes and these awkward introductions and those disgusting bars and all of the fun stuff. So thank you all so much for sharing all of these great stories.
It's so cool when people tell you their like stuff.
I
know. And if those of you that are just enjoying your view right now, that's also awesome. Those stories are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
They really are.
I think that one of the things with getting older is just that idea of being good with yourself. I think that I look at the kids now, they're all in their 20s. I feel like there's so much pressure. Like, you have to find this person, you have to find this other half. And I feel like we need to be saying, like, you're whole.
Yeah.
Just the way that you are. And you can find somebody else who's also whole. And then you get together, and then you're wholes together.
Your holes. You're together holes.
But matching holes.
My hole matches your hole. Put them together.
Yeah, be like, how's your hole?
Yeah, but that it is so true. Like, wherever you are now, embrace that time in your life just for you.
Yeah.
Just for you.
That's good stuff.
So
happy Valentine's belated and all of the love things.
And half price candy day, right?
Half price candy day. And I hope you all get a squirrel in the mail, because it was wonderful.
That was unbelievable.
It was wonderful. Lucy said, I got to share my mom's proposal to my late stepdad. He is a Viking, and he enjoys joining in on old war reenactments, and he has whole group reenact a made-up war of him and his buddies adventuring to find my mom and surprise her for a proposal. I filmed the whole town in on it. Adorable. He was precious and a wonderful man. Oh, Lucy. I love it. Yeah, it was going so well until the matching halls. Michelle hates when we ruin things.
Oh,
Michelle, this show is the Michelle, sexy producer Michelle show. Love and Hallmark stories.
And then she's like, you just
with your holes.
Ran into it with a train.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
So that's it for today, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
I know.
And letting me sleep here. Like,
and
that was awesome.
Tossing squirrels around.
Yes. I'm going to learn to catch the squirrel.
We're going to practice with Rocky. It's going to be lovely.
Yes,
so that's it, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon says, do something nice for yourself or others today. We'll be here tomorrow morning for One Funny Morning. Tonight, I start my memoir class. I hope all of you got a journal. So whether you're joining the memoir class or you're just deciding to get thought, do you journal?
I do.
Oh, good. Good. I think it's good. So that's it, everybody. Have a great day and a blessed day. I look forward to seeing you guys in the morning.
Be well, everybody.
I'll see ya. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.